when is this album supposed to like release?
It should drop in May time. I'm guessing the end of May.
Takže prý koncem května. Teďka bych se chtěl zeptat, jestli bude nějaký křest, ale zapomněl jsem, jak se řekne křest.
Launch party.
Launch party.
There will be a launch party, but I don't know when. Like when the album comes out, or when the album is closer to being finished, then we'll organise that. So there'll be something. The chest for the last album was real nice. So definitely do something this time as well.
And can we expect a show with Ironic?
Like some regime shows, or you mean at the launch party?
At the launch party.
Probably, yeah. Like we're gonna do one track on the album, so I'm guessing if he's not playing somewhere else, we'll do it at the launch party. So.
Okay, so next question is, we've been talking about production on the album, but what about the guests?
There's a few guests lined up, but I'm not gonna talk about that yet. We'll talk about the guests a little later on, but there's a couple of guests. There will be a Czech singer, or maybe a Slovak singer. There will be at least one American rapper, one Australian rapper, and one English rapper.
Do you plan to use some of contacts that Witch has?
As guests?
Yeah, like, you know, he had a lot of big names on the Golden Touch.
Oh, okay. No. I ain't gonna go through any. You know, Witch's contacts is Witch's contacts. So I ain't gonna work with any of those people that are on Golden Touch. Or maybe someone on Golden Touch, but yeah, no. Let's just say no.
How did you meet Ironic?
Boy, I met an Ironic through Tuco. Like Tuco knew them boys because they were living with some other friends that we knew in Zizkov. And back then, like, Nye was doing a Cherry Hill project, but they didn't really know so much about the Czech hip hop scene or the hip hop party scene in Prague. So at the time they thought it was just kind of Radost and face to face and stuff. So we would take them out to Sedmička and places like that and party up there. And then one time I was playing in Sabotage when it first opened, and after the show Nye was like, well, maybe we should do something together. So we hooked up after that, recorded a few tracks, like 2004 I guess, 2004. And then after that, you know, we started working on the EP and stuff.
You released one EP?
Yep.
Changed the channel. So why there was no album? You had a fight or something?
We were working together for a while, a long time before the EP came out. We were doing a lot of live shows, and then when we did the EP, when it came out, there was a bit of a misunderstanding 2 days before it hit the shops, like the day after we picked it up from the factory. And so we finished the group as soon as the record came out. We did the last couple of shows together, and then we didn't work together for 4 years or 3 years.
So you released We Are Back.
Yep.
So there was some kind of reunion.
Yeah, Nye called me one day and he was in the studio with Kelly Agents, with Rasco and Planet Asia, and I went up there. He was kind of apologizing, and then Planet Asia was talking about, you know, how we shouldn't have no egos in the group and things like this. So we all squashed our differences and decided to work on the We Are Back EP, which we did in like a day, that EP. And then we dropped that, and then we were supposed to do a mixtape, but there were a few things, like technical things that went wrong, like some things didn't happen, so it didn't come out. And then we were gonna drop it, but I Am Music was coming out, and then I didn't want it to be like Nye album, Nye mixtape, you know, because then people were gonna be bored. So we decided to wait, but then, you know, nothing happened. But we you know, we're cool now. Like, there's no beef between us or anything. So there'll be some new stuff in the future. Like, I DJ'd for him last week in Náchod. So
is the mixtape supposed to drop?
It was supposed to drop like summer 2008 at Hip Hop Camp, but there's still some unreleased tracks from that anyway. This was the old mixtape that didn't happen.
So it will not drop?
No. We dropped a couple of tracks from it. Like, we dropped Chasing Dreams last year. That was from the mixtape. and there's still 2 more tracks or 3 more tracks from the mixtape that haven't been released yet, and I'm sure they'll come out at some point, but we just never put them out there. No reason, but just forgot about it.
Jasně, takže are you working on an album, so, or do you plan to make an album together?
Yeah, we should do something together, maybe after this project. Like at the moment, Nai's working on an album with, what's that dude's name? With Tom Millar, called Rhythm and Rap, and then after that he's got his new album coming out on Mafia Records. But maybe after this we'll start working on something. We were talking about the track for my new album last week, so I guess we'll record some other stuff in the same session.
So can we expect like more beats from Ironic on the new album?
Maybe. I don't think he's been working on production for a while though. Like when he was working at Scoop, he was doing a lot of production for adult films, and so he was producing a lot of beats at the time. Like the track Chasing Dreams was originally from a porn, or was supposed to be for a porn film, and then we did the track instead. So I don't think he's been producing much since then anyway.